Fiancé. I'm certain that Colt Johnson deserves sympathy as he may lose his leg. Yes, he was a villain, but that doesn't matter now. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel 90 Day Fiancé star. Colt Johnson has had the worst luck lately, with one serious injury following another. And I believe that he deserves sympathy even though he's so problematic. When they're going through really hard times, people need some kind of grace, even if they've done bad things. There are exceptions, of course. Hitler didn't deserve grace, but the worst Colt has done is the usual reality TV fodder. Cheating, lying, and the like. Many people have cheated and lied. Who hasn't been dishonest or betrayed someone? Shamefully, I have done both. However, I didn't televise my worst moments, basically inviting the whole world to mock me. Colt willingly put on a hell of a show. His antics and the hijinks of those around him made for delightfully bizarre viewing. Colt's interactions with his love interests and a mother-son dynamic straight out of Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 horror film classic, Psycho, showed the full prism of human emotion, from zany to passionate to train wreck. Colt's ups and downs were truly memorable. Colt is not perfect, but who is? Colt's in a bad situation right now. I'm not perfect, but nevertheless, in the past, I have judged Colty. At other times, I've sympathized with him. Now that he may lose his leg due to an infection linked with a second serious injury, I'm feeling for him. The smother love that Debbie Johnson gave him may have warped his mind, pushing him to hurt women, if unintentionally. Colt has been awful, but I've had my moments too, and that's why I'm setting aside the ancient grudges I've carried. Colt used to annoy me. With Larissa Lima, he had his hands full, but how many red flags needed to wave in the breeze before he realized he was being used for money and a green card? I get that Colt was dazzled by Larissa's fiery sexiness, but ultimately, there's no way he didn't see the warning signs. Larissa Lima's a gold digger. Colt was blinded by love. The ultra-glam Larissa kept pushing him, asking a man she perceived as a cheapskate to air-condition his car. In her defense, they were in Las Vegas, and she was roasting in his vehicle. However, that sensible demand was just the tip of the iceberg. Soon enough, as all 90 DF con artists do, she wanted more. More clothes, more jewelry, more hair appointments, more makeup, and plastic surgery too. Her list of demands made it seem like she perceived Colty as a human ATM and wimpy pushover. Of course, he tried to rein her in. That was understandable. She's the woman who climbed a staircase and shared her mindset with the entire world, yelling, "Who is against the queen will die." You know, this is a feisty woman. Duh. The problem is that Larissa chose violence. The cops came. In a heartbeat, it all went from dysfunctional to messy and dangerous. Life can change so quickly. Larissa was a user, but then again, Colt let his mother walk all over her. Neither partner was getting their needs met. When that relationship tanked, Colt started playing his mind games with redhead Jess Caroline, who wasn't really his type. Colt likes the sultry brunettes. He cheated with one, Vanessa Guerra, and later married her. That relationship has also failed. Now, Colt, who tried so hard to change his body through workouts and dieting, has been seriously injured while filming a new show. That is a different accident from the one that made headlines in April 2024. During the first incident, he hurt himself on a trampoline. It was no laughing matter, and now he's reportedly got an injured leg that's infected. There is the possibility that he'll need to have it amputated. This is horrible. Mobility is a gift. It's precious. Not everyone is lucky enough to have mobility. Some people have disabilities that make their lives challenging. If Colt loses his leg, nothing will ever be the same. And he'll need to adjust to having a disability. I'm a cochlear implant recipient, and I had to adjust to decades of worsening hearing loss before I got that life-changing surgery. Disability is a serious, serious thing. It can trigger depression linked with frustration and feelings of helplessness. Sometimes people aren't sure how to treat the disabled, and the key is just to try and understand. How would you feel if you were living with that type of challenge? A person doesn't need to understand everything about another person's disability. They just need to try and think about how that person feels while they navigate life, as they are having a different experience. It doesn't mean that they're not bright or whatever. They're just different. I wouldn't wish a disability on anyone, no matter how bad they are. On balance, Colt has issues with women that he needs to address. This is something he really needs to work on. However, that doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve support from fans right now, even as he possibly tries to play a woman so he can flee to Brazil and enjoy an easier life. It's time for a hiatus from the mockery and the criticism. The 90-Day Fiancé star Colt is going through something terrible, and I wish him a full recovery. Hopefully he won't lose his leg. Colt was trying to turn his life around by improving his health. These setbacks are daunting, and regardless of who he is in relationships, he needs compassion. 90-Day Fiancé, Colt Johnson, could allegedly lose his leg after latest life-threatening injury. 90-Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson is allegedly facing amputation after hurting his leg once again following his latest shocking injury on set in Mexico. Colt became a franchise villain after he got Larissa Lima arrested multiple times by ganging up on her with his mother, Debbie Johnson. He shamelessly cheated on his girlfriend Jess Caroline with multiple women, including his next wife, Vanessa Guerra. Vanessa took care of Colt when he fell on a trampoline while filming 90 Day The Last Resort Season 1. Colt was cast in a new singles 90 Day House spin-off after his split with Vanessa. Colt reportedly hurt himself again while filming this new show. He also met Cortney Reardanz on his show, who is looking after him now in Florida. However, according to blogger John Yates and 90 Day Fiancé update, Colt has a possible amputation coming up. He re-broke the same leg while filming now. First, it was the tibia that never healed, and now he has broken his femur. Colt seemingly has infections in his leg, due to which his leg isn't healing. He may be looking at an amputation, the blogger mentioned. They mentioned that Cortney from before the 90 Days Season 1 took Colt to live with her without knowing he was dating 2 more Brazilian women at the time, but dumped number 1 for the second Brazilian whom he is dating now. Colt supposedly broke up with one of those Brazilian girlfriends. He appears to be researching a disability act that would allow him to live in Brazil, where he would be safe. Colt is allegedly trying to obtain Brazilian citizenship so he could run from the IRS. He seems to be so eager to move to Brazil that he wants to get adopted by his Brazilian girlfriend. Colt has admitted he doesn't love Cortney. He might not need her anymore since he had health insurance problems in America. Meanwhile, Cortney and Colt are fighting a lot. What Colt Johnson's injury means for his new relationship with Cortney. Cheater Colt will never learn, will he? Colt from 90 Day Fiancé has a history of cheating. He had met his second wife while he was still married to Larissa. He was with Jess when he was welcoming Vanessa into his home to look after his cats. Colt was sending unwarranted pictures of his privates to women in DMs, wishing them good morning. Fans had spotted Colt's profile on dating apps right before Vanessa confirmed their split. It appears Colt had been cheating on her as well. Colt was wearing his wedding ring in the dating profile photos. Colt reportedly got jealous of Vanessa's dramatic weight loss. He seems to have turned to Ozempic. Colt may have had to reluctantly live with Vanessa after his first injury just because he had no one to look after him. Now, he's doing the same with Cortney. Vanessa had said that Colt and she had quit the franchise when he got injured. However, Colt didn't waste a minute signing up for a new show as soon as she left him. It shows how much respect he has towards his partners, and that Cortney needs to break up with him. Our take on Colt, allegedly cheating on Cortney to escape to Brazil. How did Colt and Cortney start dating? Colt and Cortney never dropped any hints about their relationship on social media. They seem to have met when they were filming the 90 Day House spin-off in Mexico. It's possible that Colt never liked Cortney but manipulated her into dating him because she's kind-hearted and fell for his charming ways while filming. It remains to be seen if these rumors about Colt cheating on her will make her dump the 90 Day Fiancé star immediately. Colt Johnson reportedly dating unexpected 90 Day Fiancé co-star after almost dying from devastating new injury. 90 Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson is revealed to be in a relationship with a surprising female cast member after his recent life-threatening injury. Colt is a 39-year-old man from Las Vegas who married Brazilian woman Larissa Lima in Season 6. Colt accused Larissa of domestic abuse, leading to her multiple arrests, and when he dated Jess Caroline, he cheated on her with his second ex-wife, Vanessa Guerra. Colt and Vanessa came close to divorcing after 90 Day, the Single Life Season 1, but she helped him recover through his trampoline accident on the Last Resort set. Vanessa fell out of love with Colt and dumped him in February 2024. Colt is now seemingly recovering from a different injury in which he broke his femur. According to 90 Day Fiancé blogger Shabuti, Colt is being brought back to life by a cast member he's reportedly dating. The blogger claims that Colt allegedly started taking Ozempic for weight loss when he was jealous of Vanessa's weight loss. Apparently, the drug led to him having bone density loss and brittle bones, because of which he was more vulnerable to re-injury, brittle bones. Colt filmed a new single-themed spin-off in Mexico, where he shattered his femur again. Colt reportedly left the show as he couldn't continue due to his injury. He went to 90 Day Fiancé's Cortney's home in Orlando, Florida, to rehab his leg. The source claims that Colt was in desperate need of a place to stay and needed to find somewhere he could rehabilitate. It appears Cortney Reardanz gave Colt a place to stay and rehab his leg. The blogger believes that Colt and Cortney are now dating. Colt was seemingly dating multiple Brazilian women after Vanessa left him and appears to have cut off his previous girlfriends for Cortney. What Colt Johnson dating Cortney Reardanz means for 90 Day Fiancé. Colt is yearning for a 90 Day Fiancé comeback amid his bad luck streak. Colt has so far been in 3 relationships on screen. Every new season he appeared in, Colt had a new wife or girlfriend to romance or cheat on. His marriage with Larissa had barely lasted for a year, but Colt remained married to Vanessa for much longer. Colt and Vanessa were filming The Last Resort when he fell on a trampoline, which meant that their marriage was already on its last legs. She could have decided to stay with him only as long as Colt was able to get back to his feet. Single Colt may have been itching to return to the franchise, and the new house-themed spin-off was his chance to come back. Vanessa had even announced that she and Colt had quit the franchise, but Colt didn't waste any time in signing up for a new show as soon as they'd split. It appears he met Cortney while they were filming the new spin-off. If all goes well, Colt might be able to fulfill his comeback wish with his 4th on-screen partner in some shows like Happily Ever After or The Single Life. Our take on how long Colt's new relationship will last? What have Cortney's past relationships been like on the show? Cortney was a part of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days Season 1 when she had flown to Spain to meet her boyfriend Antonio Malone. The relationship ended when Antonio showed a lack of commitment. She dated a man named Andy Coons. She'd introduced on 90 Day Fiancé, self-quarantined, and she was trapped in his house during a state-imposed lockdown. The relationship didn't work out for Cortney to now be dating 90 Day Fiancé co-star Colt. Given his track record, Cortney should be aware that, for Colt, even this relationship won't last very long. 90 Day Fiancé. Colt Johnson suffers new devastating injury. He almost died. 90 Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson has been shockingly injured again and claims he could have almost died in the accident. Colt from Las Vegas became famous for his reality TV stint with Larissa Lima in Season 6. Colt's closeness to his mom, Debbie Johnson, proved to be fatal to his marriage, which ended in a year, and he moved on to date Jess Caroline. Colt cheated on Jess with several women, along with Vanessa Guerra, who became his second wife. Debbie also meddled in this marriage, prompting Vanessa to dump Colt once. However, Vanessa did it again after falling out of love with Colt in February 2024. Vanessa had been by Colt's side while he recovered from his trampoline accident in December 2022. According to 90 Day Fiancé blogger Shabuti, Colt was recently filming a new show, 90 Day House in Mexico. Colt has been struggling to walk as he continues to recover from his earlier injury. However, Colt got injured again this month and claims he almost died. The blogger claims that Colt broke the same leg as before. The devastating injury meant that Colt broke his femur, but this time Vanessa was not there by Colt's side to take care of him. In December 2022, Colt and Vanessa were filming 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 1 when the injury happened. Vanessa decided to not be a part of 90 Day Fiancé again and decided for her and Colt, so his recovery couldn't be filmed. However, with Colt now being solely in charge, behind-the-scenes coverage of his latest hospital stint is being filmed. The blogger also claimed that Colt has been making the most of his newly single status by dating multiple Brazilian women. It appears Colt is now back from Mexico and is living in Florida while he recovers. A different woman is with him now, and not the woman he was dating earlier. This what Colt's latest injury says about his new life post: split from Vanessa. Could Colt go back to Vanessa after realizing her worth? Vanessa had first posted about Colt's accident on her Instagram. The posts have been deleted from her page after their split, but she had shared that Colt had been hospitalized for 2 weeks and had to be in a wheelchair for a few months after his fall. Within a month, Colt had undergone 3 surgeries to fix his broken leg and torn meniscus. Colt's bladder had stopped working from all the pain medication he had to take, and he had been on a catheter. Vanessa stayed with Colt until he nearly fully recovered. Colt was spotted using dating apps as soon as Vanessa left him, if not earlier, and it seems he was quick to jump back into the dating game without letting himself heal from the split. The show that Colt was filming in Mexico also revolves around dating, with several cast members being housed under one roof and some regular people being introduced in the same house as the cast members. Therapy is also an integral part of the show, and it remains to be seen if Colt was able to use it to his advantage after his recent breakup. Our take on Colt Johnson injuring himself, again while filming. Where Colt goes, chaos follows. Whether Colt was successful in finding himself a new girlfriend on the 90 Day Fiancé spinoff or not, he has managed to find himself back in the franchise, which missed the drama he was known for. Colt's ex-wife Larissa has also made a reality TV comeback with House of Villains. While Colt's relationship status is something fans are always curious about, this added layer of mystery about his life after he injured himself will have viewers talking about Colt for months. Colt is coming back with more drama than ever now. 90 Day Fiancé. Where does Colt Johnson live now? He has left Las Vegas. Devedicet Day. The single-life star Colt Johnson went through a shocking accident that completely changed his life. But has Colt also left the country after his recovery? Colt was first seen in 90 Day Fiancé Season 6 with Larissa Lima dos Santos. Larissa and Colt's relationship was so toxic that the Brazilian woman was arrested thrice after she came to the US. Following his divorce from Larissa, Coley began dating Jess Caroline but cheated on Jess with Vanessa Guerra and several others. Although she was hesitant at first, Vanessa said yes to Colt's proposal in Season 1. However, even Colt's second marriage didn't last long. Earlier this year, Vanessa revealed she had dumped Colt because he didn't show any ambition. Colt is currently rumored to be filming 90 Day The Single Life after he posted an update on Instagram announcing the return of Colty. Colt even revealed that he has a crush on 90 Day Fiancé co-star Darcy Silva. Colt is posting one strange video after another on Instagram and has been accused of chasing clout. Regardless, Colt is a changed man in 2024. He's shaved. Colt lived in Las Vegas during 90 Day Fiancé Season 6. Colt lived in his mother Debbie Johnson's house. Colt was introduced in 90 Day Fiancé Season 6. He was filmed playing with his cats and making them wear dresses. Colt was 33 years old at the time and lived in Las Vegas. Colt used to work as a software engineer, and he lived with his cats. Baby girl, cookie dough, and sugar. Colt had not mentioned that he was also sharing the house with someone else. However, when he did, Colt revealed that his mother cooked for him, made his laundry, and even drove Colt to work and picked him up. His excuse was that they only had one vehicle. You could say I'm a bit of a mommy's boy. Colt had grown closer to his mom since his father had passed away a decade ago. The two of them pretty much depended on each other. They had been living together more or less since Colt was born. Colt appreciated that his mother looked after his cats when he was away for work. Colt and his mother had been under the same roof for 30 years. Debbie admitted she had spoiled Colt since she wasn't sure if Colt even knew how to make a bed. Colt enjoyed fixing things and playing with cats in his free time. Colt had a fallout with Mother Debbie. Debbie moved to Canada to live with her new boyfriend. Colt told Debbie he was moving out in an episode of 90 Day The Single Life Season 2. It was the season where Debbie was experimenting with dating and swiping left or right on people. She was already 69 years old at the time. Colt was married to his second wife, Vanessa, by then. Vanessa was shown complaining about how Colt wanted to get naughty with her all around the house 5 or 6 times a day, and there were a lot of times when Debbie comes in. Colt had told the cameras that their house wasn't massive. Colt was sure that Debbie didn't want to be a part of it when he and Vanessa were intimate. Colt wanted Debbie to understand that he and Vanessa deserved their